got this gentleman underneath. So what she needs to do is sheet on and pinch more, just to try and stay high of that guy, or she's going to fall in behind him, which it appears to be happening right now. So always conscious as a sailor when you're going upwind, if you're quite close to someone else and you know you're trying to keep your lane. It's like, what is more important to you, pointing or speed? And at times pointing is more important to kind of squeeze up and past that guy, or maybe you go for speed, but it's almost too late when he's too dangerously close to you, so you need to kind of decide, okay, that guy's quite low and he seems to be coming up on me, so what do I need to do? Do I need to bear away and sail over the top of him so I can give him dirt? Because once he gets dirt, then he's gone. Or do I tack off? Or do I pinch up maybe because you're coming close to the mark? But you need to make that call early, because right there, the minute I turned on the camera, it was almost too late for Shirley. At that stage she was kind of in a spot of bother already. So that's about as easy as I don't want to see that main, especially because the waves are coming over the side of her boat, so she doesn't want to be too side onto them at all. So I'd almost go for more main on and pinching more. There's a lot of movement in that rudder as well, almost too much movement, so we want to slow that down. So Shirley, ease off in the movement of that rudder, it's too much, yeah? Be really choice about when you use that tiller, yeah? Because right there it just seems like you're like in and out, in and out. It's like, get her nice and steady, play the main more. Less rudder and more main. That's it, don't be afraid to use two hands of that main if you need to as well. So with less rudder and more use of the main, hopefully she can steady up that boat a bit and start really pushing it through the waves using the main, not the rudder. So when you get pushed, let's say when you go up into a wave, you tend to be at the top of the wave, tends to be a little bit windier, and that's when you just ease a little bit of main. So more main on and try and do more pinching as well. So you know you've got two options when you want to kill the power in the sail. One is to pinch or one is to ease the main, yeah? Right now you're about maxed out on easing the main, so after that it's a little bit of pinching, yeah? That's when you use the rudder, but it's very gentle, very delicate. Just one little thing to point out with the way Shirley's holding the main, remind me to chat to her about that, is basically she's holding the main with her thumb facing forward, where it's much easier to hold a rope with your thumb facing you, because you can lock the top of the rope down. So basically the pressure is pulling from the bottom of your hand and the tail is up and you lock it down with your thumb, rather than if you hold it the other way with your thumb facing forward, it tends to slip out of your hand. So it's almost like if you're holding a frying pan cooking, you would always face with your thumb forward, but you don't do that with your main. You want your thumb facing towards you.